If imitation really is the sincerest form of flattery, then the wrestling business has a hard-on for Hollywood so big, it probably has its own TGI Fridays. Now, there have been so many characters and gimmicks borrowed from the world of cinema over the years that this is our second bloody list on it. Last time out we had Alexa Bliss and her whole Harley Quinn thing, Sting's Crow reinvention, but they only scratched the surface. Basically, whether they're subtle nods or shameless rip-offs, WWE have had next to no problem playing fast and loose with other people's intellectual property. Right then, I'm What Culture's Adam Cleary, and these are 10 more wrestling gimmicks shamelessly ripped off from Hollywood.
Number 10. Gail Kim, The Matrix. Gail Kim made her WWE debut in June 2003, shortly after the release of The Matrix Reloaded. Not so coincidentally, the hype vignettes leading up to her debut were distinctly Matrix-themed, depicting her in a leather trench coat and dark sunglasses with a CGI computer code backdrop to boot. Once both Matrix sequels came and went, Kim's Matrix shtick was quickly phased out, and considering how negatively fans generally reacted to the films, it was probably a good thing for the sake of her career. Given how successful Kim has been in both WWE and TNA ever since, her debut gimmick is more an amusing, mildly embarrassing footnote than anything else, just like the Matrix sequels. Am I right, lads? Number 9. Bray Wyatt, Cape Fear. Bray Wyatt's cult leader gimmick feels like it draws influence from a number of movie characters, though the most blatant is Robert De Niro's psychopathic stalker Max Cady from Martin Scorsese's 1991 remake of Cape Fear, as well, of course, as What Culture Gaming's Josh Brown. That's what that's about. Much like Cady, Wyatt has a distinct southern accent, a charming way with words, is covered in tattoos, has a knack for Hawaiian-style shirts, and is, above all else, madder than a bag of smashed crabs. The Cady gimmick was first adopted in the mid-90s by short-lived heel Waylon Mercy, and back in Wyatt's Husky Harris days, he was the very man who advised him to reboot the gimmick. The rest, as they say, is history. Underwhelming, poorly booked history. Number 8. Gangrel, The Lost Boys. Before David Heath made his 1998 WWE debut as Gangrel, he came up with a vampire warrior gimmick in the mid-90s. It was modelled, in part, off the classic 80s vampire movie The Lost Boys, and specifically Kiefer Sutherland's fanged antagonist David. Heath successfully pitched the character to Bruce Pritchard and Vince Russo, who added their own spin on it, presumably spit blood at everyone and wear this rascal shirt, and Gangrel was born. Now, by his own admission, the following career wasn't much to write home about, but it did get him some work in porn and the sickest entrance theme of all time, so yeah, I'd say that's fine. Number 7. Papa Shango, Live and Let Die. You need only take one look at the WWE's resident voodoo practitioner to see echoes of the occultist villain Barrow Samedi from the 1973 James Bond movie Live and Let Die. Now, Shango certainly had the look to get over, but due to his lack of discernible skill, the character's planned push was quickly nixed, and within a year or so, Shango mostly faded into obscurity. What's known here at What Culture Wrestling as doing a Wilborn. Still, this slight setback only led to him conceiving of the Godfather gimmick instead, so I don't imagine he looks back on it with too much regret. Number 6. Becky Lynch, Mad Max Fury Road. Becky Lynch has an undeniable habit of homaging pop culture with her ring attire. Look, here she is as Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, and here is me giving her the only set of keys to my heart. However, her most prominent and enduring tip of the hat to date is her signature steampunk-style goggles and orange hair combo, which she debuted in NXT around the time of Mad Max Fury Road's release. This is significant because, of course, Riley Keough's character, Capable, has the same striking getup in the movie, and Lynch's look is way too similar to be a coincidence. Number 5. Dean Malenko, James Bond. Quite a short entry this, as I just really want to say that while Dean Malenko is a fantastic wrestler, his mini James Bond shtick in the WWF was the most your dad thing I have ever seen. He was every single man at the wrong end of their 30s who legit thought they could pull a Lita, and in a rare instance of wrestling absolutely nailing real life, he got made to look like a total dick. Actually, Becky, can you give me those keys back? Thanks. Yeah, they're for Lita. They are for Lita forever. Number 4, The Miz, Johnny Cage. Though The Miz has made a lengthy career out of being a cocky, arrogant dickhole, he took this to the next level when he adopted the full-on, sunglasses-wearing movie star persona in mid-2014. This is, as many fans sussed at the time, a huge homage to the legendary Mortal Kombat character, Johnny Cage. Not necessarily the one in the game though, as the Miz's persona sees far more nods towards the movie version played by Lyndon Ashby and Chris Conrad in the 95 and 97 films respectively. Number 3. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Walking Tall. Long before The Rock grabbed a giant lump of wood for the 2004 Walking Tall remake, the original 1973 movie saw Joe Don Baker play real-life Sherrod Buford Pusser, yep, you heard, who famously crafts a wooden club to smack around the local riffraff. Now, I mean, come on, just look at the two of them side by side. That is about as subtle as playing with yourself on a bus. Incidentally, that's also known here at What Culture as doing a Wilborn. Number 2, Edge, Blade. Edge made his WWE debut in June 1998, styled as a mysterious and, lol, edgy loner who came to the ring in a dark jacket and sunglasses. Edge himself has since admitted that the gimmick was influenced in part by the classic Wesley Snipes vampire movie Blade, which came out that summer and was in full marketing blitz mode by the time he debuted. Now it's a weird one this, as if I'm being completely honest, I can only say that Edge bears at best a passing resemblance to Wesley Snipes. I mean, maybe that's just me. Number 1, Disco Inferno, Saturday Night Fever. And finally, Disco Inferno, who is, and I truly hope you are sitting down for this, based on the Tramp song Disco Inferno. No, honestly, I know these lists can get a little bit far-fetched at times, but you have my word on that one. Disco Inferno was indeed inspired by the seminal track from Saturday Night Fever, Cross My Heart and Hope to Die. Just let that one sit with you for a second, though. It means that WCW had, in 1995, a gimmick based on John Travolta. Astoundingly, he was never quite taken seriously, but still got over a bit.
So that was our video. Thank you for watching. Please do feel free to click on anything happening around my head, or something terrible might happen to this dog. Is that you too sweeting me, bro? Ugh. Disgusting. That's really bad.